I'm disgusted.
Did you notice that the control room tried to bail Lindsey Graham out a little bit there? Because he's talking about Israel while they have in the background all of the B-roll devastation from Hurricane Helene, and they very quickly get rid of that and give him just his normal background. So it's just standard Lindsey Graham talking about how Israel's running out of ammunition. Come on, control room. You could have done the people a solid there and just left the B-roll
you should have. You're right.
Like leave that split screen up for people to really get the full grasp of what's going on. But I was just thinking about how, I remember in 2020, I was down at the Panhandle driving through there, and Hurricane Michael had ripped through there 2 years earlier, 2018.
I remember that.
The devastation was still everywhere 2 years later. Like things boarded up, like debris on the side of homes. It looked like the storm had happened a month ago, but it had been 2 years. Like this stuff takes much longer to recover from, I think, than people realize.
No, you're right. I had the opportunity at some point, to be able to see some tsunami devastation when I was in Asia, even years later after the tsunami had hit. Look, it's Asia, it's different. But I'm just, to your point, even years later, it's like, wow, it's been multiple years since that happened, and there's still a lot of damage that's over here. And so when we're thinking here about storm surge and just coming some 15 days or whatever after Hurricane Helene, that really is just so devastating for people down there, and just highlights about, let's see what the national conversation is like, after this, where we were going to have Americans are in need, these people who've been devastated just in having to evacuate, and now these victims of the hurricane in Hurricane Helene and in North Carolina, potentially, there's some 3 million people or whatever who live in the Tampa metro area. That's a lot of people.
It's a huge number of people.
Massive. I mean, and then when we consider the impact on their lives, those businesses, all the people that are down there, I would hope that the U.S. government and others can actually focus its attention on our own citizens. But I'm not going to hold my breath. Definitely not going to hold my breath. Not only because you would think in an election year, that's the time when you most want to pay attention to your own citizens and to highlight to others what, the government's entire purpose is, if not for disaster purposes. But instead, all attention is on funding as much war in the Middle East or in Ukraine as there is possible. It's like in Ukraine, whenever, a Russian facility takes out an energy, whatever facility or whatever, there's plenty of American dollars. I remember reading a story about how the United States is funding a small yarn saleswoman in Ukraine to prop up civil society. And I'm like, it would be nice maybe if you run a yarn store in Asheville, North Carolina, if you had a similar program that'll cut you a check, basically, no questions asked, and perhaps now in Tampa. So yeah, I'm just genuinely disgusted by the attitude around this entire thing.
Hey, if you like that video, hit the like button or leave a comment below. It really helps get the show to more people.
And if you'd like to get the full show ad-free and in your inbox every morning, you can sign up at breakingpoints.com.
That's right. Get the full show, help support the future of independent media at breakingpoints.com.